last question, and you know, we can't ignore it, it's the elephant in the room, or the small elephant in the room, which is SMSFs, self-managed super funds. There's been a little bit of argy-bargy between some of the SMSF organisations, and I think Fiona Reynolds from AIST has been quite robust in her concerns about the SMSF sector and whether it's appropriately regulated. I'll throw to you, Jerry, because you no doubt have a view on that.
Well, we certainly find that there's a lot of inappropriate advice. I know about it from my own fund, but also across the AIST universe, if you like. We know that there are people who are leaving industry funds with amounts of $30,000 and $40,000 in their account. And they're being, in my judgment, inappropriately advised to take up an SMSF because the cost of running that puts it into the 10 and 12 and kind of percent for running the fund. Now, it's not true that all departures from our funds are of that order, but the average is. So there's a problem there, and it's one it's going to be difficult to reverse, I think, because while we had some difficulties, have had some difficulties in the past with financial planning advice, I do think that one of the changes that's occurring, which is to license accountants to become able to make effectively financial advice, and there's 10,000 of those that have been looked at, will cause this to be a bigger rather than a smaller problem. But I do think in the end that this will have a natural market cycle, and that eventually a significant number of people will realise that trying to run their own SMSF is actually much harder work than they think, and it's expensive. It can be expensive unless you've got a lot of money sitting in there, and then over time there will be a draw back down away from those structures. So we're seeing, I think, probably the peaking of the SMSF phenomenon at the moment, and I do think it'll come off.